Hello, today we will try to upgrade Angular application from version 14 to version 18. As you can see, I'm running my current application and its version is Angular 14 and it uses Angular Material 13. First thing I will do, I will stop my Angular application. I will check the Angular version again here is 14, that's cool. So I cannot directly jump from 14 to 18. It has to be step by step. I will use this guide, angular.dev update guide, and you can select the complexity. My current application is of medium complexity. There is not very advanced feature I'm using. I'm using Angular Material and I'm using Mac, so I will not select this window. And I will just click on Show Me Steps. And these are the steps I need to follow. So the first step is you need to upgrade your Node.js version. I already have Angular version, Node version 20. That's why I get this warning here. So I will skip this step. Next is I need to upgrade to from 14 to 15. So let me clear the screen and add this command. It will take a while, so let me pause and it's finished. So as you can see, the command is successful and our version has been upgraded from 14 to 15. Okay, and you can see what has changed here. Like the dependency has been upgraded to 15.2.10 and some package information, those have been removed. So now if I run the ng version, I will see that Angular version is upgraded. Okay, so one thing is done. Now next is the material 15. Uh, as you can see, I'm using material 13, but I will be brave and I will directly go from 13 to 15. So I will try to update and it should give me a warning that my repo is not clean. So what I will to do is like I need to commit my changes. G version 15 updates and I will update material one more time. And as you can see, a major version update is not supported here. So let's go back to 14. This should also take a while or not. Now slowly you can see the dependency has been updated from the SDK 13 to 14 and it's installing packages. Maybe I can pause it here again. And it's done. So it was comparatively faster than the actual Angular version update because we are just updating the CDK and material properties. So now we are on 14. Let's go to 15. Again, repo is not clean. So you can see we have some kind of uncommitted changes. Let's add them and we can say Angular material 14 upgrade. And then we go to the 15. And here I will pause one more time. And it's done. As you can see, this time we had lots of changes in the files. Why? Because if you go through the steps after you update, there have been many changes to the material and Angular itself. So if you go and check the differences, you will see the import has been changed. Like for example, mat form field, it was imported from the material slash form field, which is now legacy form field. And all those changes has been done automatically when we upgraded. We will fix those compilation error later on. But for now, we will go back to our terminal and we can see now ng version one more time. And we are on the Angular 15 and we are on the material 15. So far so good. Let's see the changes. Let's add them. Angular 15 upgrade. Okay. You can go through this information. It just tells you what has changed from Angular 14 to 15 and material. Okay. Next step would be here. So after 15, we need to upgrade the core and CLI to 16. So I can just paste it here. It will start upgrading again. Now, what will happen is if you check the package.json, it will again try to identify the dependency of the Angular and it will install the packages. Since this is a small application, you do not see lots of dependency or dev dependencies, but in complex project, that is why they have this kind of checkbox. You may have some kind of third-party libraries, and those third-party libraries will give you those kind of errors with this kind of incompatible peer dependencies. Now we found it here. So NGX plugin has incompatible peer dependency on Angular core. So what we should do is now we need to find this plugin. Okay, so it is dependent on less than 15. That means we need a latest version of this plugin. So let's go to npm.js and find this plugin. We can see the latest plugin, the version I have used, or it was like 3.7.4, and the latest version is 18.1. So we will try to find out the different versions here. We have until 3.7. So I can find there is a 18 here, and there was something like 3.8, 3.8, 3.8. Let's try this one, 3.8.1. So I will try to first uninstall this and I will try to install it only with the current version. Okay. I may have to use force here because there is a dependency. And now I will try to install 3.8.1. Let's see if it resolves the dependency. Huh. Again, force. And let me try to upgrade again to Angular 16. And this will vary because every time you have a different packages, they might have different version, they might have different dependencies. So this is like a silver bullet. It's complaining because I have some changes, so I will just git commit upgrading version of ngxs devs plugin. I forgot to add the changes. Okay, now let's try to install it. 16. There is another way. If you do not want to upgrade it during this Angular upgrade, I mean, if you do not want to upgrade the packages of this peer dependency, what you can do, you can upgrade the Angular version with force, which is not recommended, but it varies based on the project. And anyway, if you do that, something will fail when you try to run application. You have to fix it. Okay, so now we have the nginx plugin logger plugin error, which is also 3.7.4. So what I will do is I will try to upgrade all of them to 8.1 and I will try to use force here. Clear. There is also, I did not save it, npm install. And there should be change now. Let me add it to the, and I will say upgrading nginx packages. Okay. And what we have to do, We can again try to upgrade the Angular 16. Let's see if other library gives any issues now. Looks like it works now. And it started upgrading the Angular packages. It will take a while. So let's wait for it. And it's done. We can see the logs. Angular library has been upgraded to 16.2.12 version, and it shows you what it has been done here. And we can check the file here. The guard has been changed. The can activate, it was like implemented it explicitly. It took it out as part of migration, as it is optional. You don't have to explicitly mention it. Okay, so this was I was talking about. The guard user interface activate were deprecated. Okay, that is why it was removed here. Now let's add these changes and we can say we upgraded to version 16. And let's run ng version command again. And we can see we are on Angular 16 and the material is on 15. So as you guess, next step would be upgrading the Angular material. So we were in this step and now let's do this. Okay, let's check what we have done so far. So we made sure we have this Node.js version, TypeScript version, we upgraded Angular version to 15, we upgraded material to 15. Since I was using material 13 in my current project, I had to first go to 14 and then 15. And there is some kind of error, socket error. Maybe it's my internet issue. Maybe try one more time. And these are all some kind of like small changes. We don't have to do it, so we will not follow through. We may have to update something, but not for this. And the next action item was on this ng16, which we just did, and we're trying to upgrade the material 16. So let's wait. And material has been upgraded to 16 here. In this case, we did not have lots of changes. We just updated the package.json. Let's commit it, get the message, and we want to say graded Angular material 16. Should be enough. Here ng version, and that should show us everything as 16 here. Okay, so this is what where are we did 16. Now 16 is also done, and this is also some information which is good to know, updates information. And then we have something called another information, and here is this one. Now we can directly go to 617. So let's copy this command. I will wait to see if there are any breaking changes or some kind of missing dependency before I pause the video. It looks like everything is okay in this case. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so there are no peer dependency. And now it's installing packages, which might take a while. And the upgrade has been done. We can go through the logs. It updated packages in package.json file. It shows you what migration has done in the CLI, removed packages versions, and the new control flow. So this is something very important to understand. I will just try to go to the and if Angular, just to show you. And I don't want to go to Angular dev. I want to Angular tab here. So as you may have noticed, Angular has introduced this kind of new control syntax for if, else, switch cases, and that is what this change is reflecting about control flow. Okay, but we don't have to go into that right away. There is extension. If you run it, it will go through your all HTML files and replace the ngif with this new syntax, new control flow syntax. We can check the ng version one more time, which should be 17 now. Yeah, 17 is here. Good. And let's test the changes. Angular version 17. And you can guess what is the next step. So this is done. Next is the material 17. Let's upgrade material 17. So if you keep upgrading your version on regular basis and you do not have the gap like from Angular version 14 to 18 or Angular version 10 to 19, which will be soon out, upgrading version is not that difficult. The problem occurs when you have so much legacy packages in your project. You need to find their dependencies, and in that dependency, you need to find the version which is compatible with the current version you're trying to upgrade. Now we got some error. Okay, this is interesting. We cannot upgrade to 17 because we are using the legacy material component that have been deleted, and we need to remove them. We can read the migration guide here. I will copy the link. I will open it here. And it doesn't, it's migration. The one I was looking at was in legacy autocomplete. So autocomplete. Look at the API, Angular material autocomplete. And here we are saying legacy autocomplete. So if you try to remove legacy here and all those components you need to upgrade to the latest version, which is interesting. You can see version is upgraded for the CDK, but material is on 17. Okay, so let me fix these errors and I will resume the video. Maybe I can show you how am I fixing those errors. So as you can see, when we did the upgrade, the Angular CLI automatically renamed the import to the legacy form field. And you can see form field module was renamed as a mat legacy form field module in this legacy module, and then it's renamed as a form field. So let me remove this legacy stuff from here. Maybe this as well, and this as well. Okay, now I will get this error and now I will import it with the correct package. Okay. This I can find out later why it's complaining, but at least now this file shouldn't complain. Now let's go to another file. Okay, here we need to import this value, and this file looks good now. Let's find another file where we are using it. So login component. In login component also we have this legacy. So let's find everything with the legacy prefix. Okay, we will remove them one by one. And now we will try to resolve it, all of them. That should be it. And I will follow these steps and I will pause the video. Okay, so I removed all those legacy inputs from material during the upgrade, and now I'm getting the different errors, and I wanted to show one of them. So you can say it's trying to find the mat chip list as Angular component, but during the upgrade, this component has been renamed. So this is no longer mat chip list, but it is called as a mat chip set. So this change we have to do manually here, and this should fix it. Now, if I rerun application again, that error is gone. Okay. Now let's see what is another. It's the same here. So now what I can do is I can try to find all these sets and replace them. Replace, and let's see. Okay, that is that. And we have different errors, but at least we fix those errors. Now it's calling router outlet, and there is a ng app template header toolbar. So something is wrong in header toolbar component. So let's find header toolbar component. There is a header toolbar component. In header toolbar component, are we having any errors? So let's see. Router outlet. Okay. Let me check this and come back. Okay. So turn out the issue is not with the header component, is the import. So in import, we are missing header model. That's why it was complaining. So now if I save this, that error is gone. And now we have the error for this plugin, Angular JWT module. So we are trying to input this JWT module from package. Where is the JWT module? Here is JWT module. Angular JWT. Let's go to package.json, try to find it. This is 5.0.2 and it doesn't support. That's why we are getting this error. So let's try to find it. npm.js, and we need a version which is compatible with Angular 17 because now we are at Angular 17. So we are at 5.0.2 and the latest is 5.2.0. Do they have a table, compatibility table or something? Looks like they do not have it here. Okay, let's go to versions. And in version, we can try to find when was it published? 5.20, 1 year ago. So there is 2.0. Okay, let's try with 2.0. I will try to install with force because it has some dependencies. And now I will try to install it. We will see why we need to use force here once upgrade is finished. We will try to resolve them. Right now, I want to make sure I'm getting all the compilation error fixed. And we are on this 2.0. Let's start application and see if we are having errors. Okay, so all the compilation errors are gone, and let's see what version we are having. We are on this Angular version 17 and we are on the Angular SDK 17, CLI 17, and material is 6 on 16. Okay, so we need to upgrade material to 17. And we have lots of changes now, as you can see. This is because of the material. Once we change the material version, many packages were deprecated. And because of that, during the upgrade, the CLI tool automatically renamed those module imports. And now here you can see we have imported with the correct one. Okay, let's go back to these steps. So we were on 16 was done and 17 was done, and now we are trying to update 17. Let's try it. And it will say it was not cleaned. Fix all materials. 17 blockers. Errors. Okay. And let's try one more time. I will keep this window open just to see if we're having any dependency errors or something for you guys. Okay, now it's installing packages, so let's wait. And version upgrade is complete. Let's go to ng version, and everything is 17 now. Let's try to start application and see if there are any compilation errors. Let's close other files. Cool. So compilation is successful. We do not have any errors, only warnings that can be fixed later. Okay, so 17 is also done. Read through the changes, what has been done here. This is very important to understand. And the next step is 18. Let's see changes. Changes are there. We can say upgraded to Angular material 17 done. And let's try to upgrade to 18 now. Let's see if there are any dependencies on the existing packages. If it doesn't give any warnings, then we can directly go to the installation of packages. So there is something. Injects dev tool, the same package that gave us problem in past. Let's go and find it again. Okay, so now since Angular version, current version is 18, I will try to directly upgrade this package to 18.1, save it, and I will force, because we have some dependencies which are having incorrect peer dependencies we need to fix. But right now my goal is to upgrade to Angular 18. Let's see. Okay. Upgraded ng access. And let's find 18 package and install it. And it's installing packages, so I will just pause. Okay, this is very important. I want to show you these steps. So now when you're trying to upgrade to Angular 18, there is an option we can select. It asks you, do you want to use the new build system? And you can read this new build system information on the documentation. Like here we are using the ES build now, the newer version. Currently we are using Webpack until Angular 17, and with 18 it will start using this ES build, which is much faster and robust. I will say yes, use it. Now we try to update the packages, some code, and it's done. Now let's check the version. Angular version is upgraded to 18 now, which is good. And 7 SDK is on 17 and material is on 17. So let's check changes quickly. What did it change? HTTP interceptor, it changed this, and some spacing and bootstrapping put in. Okay, and token interceptor looks like just the spacing. Okay, ESLint rules maybe. So far so good. Let's edit, upgrade it to Angular version 18. And next step is to update Angular. So we updated 18, core and CLI is done. Let's update material 18 now. Are there any compilation errors or missing dependencies? Looks like okay. That was quick. So since we fixed most of those migration related issues with Angular material, we did not get any conflicted changes here. As you can see, in just package update. Created Angular material 18. Let's add first and then commit. And let's check ng version. Okay, so everything looks 18, which is good. And let's try to run application, make sure it actually works. There might be some kind of compilation, not compilation because we fixed them, maybe some runtime errors. Cool. So there is one error. This is coming from the injects lab. Okay. So let me first try to remove this and start one more time. Sometimes there is a cache, and maybe cache causes this kind of issues. No. Let's remove node underscore modules. And we need to check the documentation for the package is support. And checks the support, and let's check their package.json file. Okay, and okay, so the Angular version they are supporting is Angular 0.6. And if we check our Angular version, we are on Angular 2.8. That might be the issue. NPM start. So we may have to, I need to install packages first. We may have to downgrade Angular to 18.0.6. So this could be the issue when you use this kind of third-party packages. Their peer dependency might be the lower than the current Angular version. So either you can contact the repo manager, like the person who owns this repo, and open a support ticket, or you can go ahead and upgrade yourself and open a pull request for them. Okay, as you can see, this is because of the version. They do not have this version here. Let's try a couple of things. What it's trying to say is like nginx store is importing nginx plugin store. Okay, so we are using nginx plugin store here. Okay. So now the for root, if I take this out, I need to check the documentation. it will give me compilation error. The type plugin is not a sound type anymore. It's model with providers. Okay. Okay. So here what we can do is, let me check the documentation and pause the video. Okay, this is very nice example which can occur in your project. So we are using this package here called NGXS storage plugin, and this package, as we can see, supports until Angular 18 version, 18.0.6 version, and we upgraded to Angular 8. We upgraded Angular 2.6. I tried to downgrade it to 0.6, but looks like this repo is not maintained, or at least there is no fix for this one. You can see someone had opened this issue as well, like not working with Angular 18 store. We have the similar error here. As you can see here, it's like import is missing for this one. And yeah, someone asked the question to the owner, hey, is it still maintained or not? That is why we are having this issue. So when you get to this point, you have two options. Either you can go and update the repo with PR, or you can try to remove this package from your project and try to find which works with the latest version. But as scope of this video, as it has been very lengthy video, I can say. If I do ng version, we have upgraded Angular from version 14 to 18 along with material. So thank you very much and hope you like it. And yeah, as here mentioned, after this step, it just like some kind of imports information, what you have to change or whatnot. Okay, all the best and keep upgrading. Thank you. Bye bye.